had just given birth to our first. Well, she happened to have a cord wrapped around her neck at birth, so the only thing I hear in my delirious state is she'll need resuscitation. So I, thank God, have Amber, and she's, standing here, and all I see is scissors coming off the table at the OB, and I couldn't even say I was so tired. I couldn't even say no. Those words couldn't even come out of my mouth. And all I could say was Amber, and I grabbed her arm, and she was like, no, we do not want any episiotomy, no scissors. And I think he just kind of backed off a little bit. That was I think one of the best times where I felt like I had an advocate, and had she not been there, then who knows, what would have happened.
Yeah, we laboring all day. It was fun at first. I had this whole playlist playing. We were walking around, chilling, singing, and then it's like, man, the sun starts to go down. Start getting tired. Like, no, baby, it's not fun anymore. It started to get painful to her. Like, the contractions start to last longer, and then she kind of flips where, like, she's not even a fun person to be around anymore. I'm not doing anything for her anymore, and then Amber shows up. And to me, that kind of saved the day, because I feel like Amber kind of took over in that moment. I think she kind of sensed that I wasn't what she needed. She needed something new in the moment. Amber kind of took over, got her these new techniques, got her on the couch, like bent over, rubbing her back and doing a lot of different things. And to me, I think that saved it, because I don't know how we would have made it from.
I remember with Noelle, it was so long.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
We didn't know what to do, and here comes Amber, and she's like, you need to lay on the side. And I'm like, oh, I thought you're not supposed to lay down, because that slows contractions. She's like, no, just lay down. And sure enough, my contractions start going and speeding up, and here we go.
Because I ran out of all my little ideas. I didn't have anything anymore.
And who knows, if she didn't say that, what we would be doing.
Yeah.
And with Isaiah, the exact same thing happened. If I laid on my left side, contractions would start going.
Right.
And we would get into active labor and stuff.
And we knew what to do, the second time too. But the first time, like I said, we had run out of ideas. Because it's so much you learn, going through the classes, but in that moment, it's just still, I guess, like I say, you go through all the things that you think that you know, but then Amber shows up with all this experience and knowledge, and even from other people, you may hear that, no, that technique didn't work for them, but I feel like Amber knew, as soon as she got here, what technique would work for you.
And I also remember, being in the thick of it, I think I was pushing Isaiah, and for Noelle, I pushed for 2 hours, but they're like, that's normal for your first child. So then I'm pushing with Isaiah, of course it was 2 hours, but maybe 30, 45 minutes in, I said, why is this so easy for some people? And Amber looked at me and she was like, stop. And I was like, oh, fine. And I just collected myself and got back to work, but I just feel like it's just so easy to feel sorry for yourself, and you just need a doula who knows you personally, who knows I felt like I just needed that tough love in those moments, and she gave that to me, and there was moments where I just really needed some empathy, and for someone to say, I know how you're feeling, this will end, you're getting close, you're doing great, and I don't know, I just felt like she would read those monitors and be like, this is a big one, you're doing good.
Oh yeah, that was crucial.
That was crucial for me, because I just felt like something's happening, even though I feel like this is gonna go on forever, there's progression, and we'll get there.
Yeah, reading those monitors, because that's all that those nurses in there look at. I feel like that's all they're concerned about. They hook you up and they're looking at the monitors. They're not concerned about you and whatever you're going through, mentally, emotionally, physically. They just want to know what your readings are. And so I had no idea what the readings were, but they would go back there and you see them kind of chat. You'd be like, man, is something going on? And then Amber will kind of whisper to me and tell me something that, everything's all right, everything's fine. Or she'll tell me what's coming, just like she say, it's a big contraction coming. But Amber would always be there, like that whisper telling you what's going on with the reason. So to give you that extra comfort, because like I say, the doctors want your confidence. They want your confidence, and they don't really have your back in those instances, or really care to keep you updated in those moments.
That's another thing. I didn't feel like I was updated. I didn't feel like the medical professionals at the hospital updated me regularly, good or bad.
And that's not their
They
job.
never said, like, your baby's doing great, you're doing great, everything's fine. It was just like a black hole.
And they're not there a lot either. Like, they're not really there in those moments.
Yeah, the doctor checked in